This is co-creation at its best. You are knowing what you're wanting. It moves, becomes, expands. You like your desires? That's good, because when you are enjoying your own desire, it means you are not blocking it with contradictory thought. We see you have dragged your physical bodies here. Took some planning, didn't it? Some intending. Can you feel the momentum that has brought us to this convergence? And as the days continue, it is our knowing that you will feel a stronger and stronger convergence between you and your non-physical counterpart, your inner being, with one another, a convergence between your desires and your own beliefs. Oh, best convergence of all. That's the same thing as saying that you are coming into harmony with your own inner being, your own desire. It's what we have called a blended being. It's what we've called someone who's tuned in and tapped in and turned on. It's you in the receptive mode. It's you in vibrational alignment, not only with all that you have become through this life experience and even before that. It's you coming into alignment with all that you are. Time together in an environment like this is particularly life-changing, because you'll have the opportunity over a longer period of time to harmonize with who you really are. It is logical that under these circumstances that your observation of wonderful things will carry you to a higher vibrational frequency. However, because there are many moving parts, and because you will be exploring many new experiences, because you will be meeting many new people and having many new conversations, there is still opportunity for resistance, and that's a good thing. That means there is still opportunity for further expansion. We've been describing to you who you are as source energy beings here in these physical bodies, as leading edge creators. Most significantly, we want you to remember that you are the creator of your own reality, that you are the vibrational holder of your own vibrational frequency, that the vibration that emanates from you equals your point of attraction. And of course, it goes without saying that that means you are a vibrational being living in a vibrational universe. And since you are a vibrational being living in a vibrational universe, we're going to ask you to suspend to some degree your ordinary view of your physical world. We're going to ask you not to rely so much on what you can see and hear and smell and taste and touch. We're going to ask you to pay attention inwardly. We're going to ask you to pay attention to the harmonics of your own energy field. We're going to ask you to pay attention to the way you feel, because the way you feel is your indicator of your blending or not with that broader perspective of who you are. So this is an ideal situation, because it will be easier than ever for you to blend. It will also be easier than ever for you to throw resistance onto your path. Recently, we've been offering a new analogy, new to this conversation. So imagine that there is a train on a very flat plain, no hill, no advantage one way or the other, just a nice flat plain. And there are two engines on this end of the train that would potentially carry it quite swiftly in that direction. But on this unique train that we are calling you, there are also two engines equally powerful on the other end, pointing the other direction, and all four engines are doing their best to go that way. And so under those conditions, you are not moving in one direction or the other much. Things aren't getting better for you and things aren't getting worse for you. You have yourself in a position where most humans have themselves, where your desire is calling you this way, but your doubt is preventing you from going. In fact, what you want is calling you this way, what you don't want is calling you that way. And so it is our desire for you, in the time that we are together, to get a whole bunch more engines going this way toward desire, and let's leave these behind. Let's not take them wherever you go. You might pick one up every now and again, and it might slow you down a little bit. We like to tell the story of the day that Jerry and Esther were in their monster bus, and they hooked their tow car up behind it, a big car, a Suburban, heavy car in itself, and off they went down the freeway with the parking brake still on the car. But the monster bus was so powerful, it did not know the car's wheels were not turning. So it just dragged it like a sled for quite a ways, about 35 miles, before they realized what they were doing. And we say, you're doing that a lot, you know. Sometimes your desires are so powerful that you keep moving forward, but your doubt sometimes is powerful too. So your doubt is like a sled that you are dragging behind you. What we are really saying to you is that if your desire is strong enough, you can just drag the wheels right off your doubt. But often, because you have been trained by those who got here before you and by others who are here like you, you've been trained to weigh the pros and the cons, the pluses and the minuses. You think about what you want, you think about what you don't want. And we are wanting to help you to realize the power of your conversation, the power of your thought, the power of your focus, really. We want you to think more about what you're thinking about. But a better way of saying that is, we want you to feel more about what you're thinking about. We want you to feel more about what you're talking about. We want you to feel more about what you're acting about, because there's no reason for you to have resistance. And the only reason that you have resistance is because you have put it there. No one else can put resistance. No one else can tag those engines going in the opposite direction onto your train. Feels like they are. They're out there in the night, sneaking around the track, hooking up resistance to you. I'm sure I would not have done it to myself. We hear you say that. I would not do that because I don't want to slow down. And I would not do that because I don't want to not feel good. I would not do this to me, but you did. Every bit of resistance is self-imposed. And some of the resistance you put there because you have an issue. It's something that you really care about. And on those subjects that you really care about, you have more resistance than on the subjects that are new and lighter to you. In the days that are before us, we'll sort all of that out. We'll help you to realize that it is unnecessary for you to have resistance. It is natural for you to have resistance, but it is unnecessary. Every now and again, Esther will find herself focused upon something that is real. She'll say, but Abraham, it's real. It's true. It happened. And we say that has nothing to do with anything. But it feels to you like it does. Feels like maybe you need to justify your position. Feels like you need to explain how you got there. But we want you to know that it is not necessary for you to explain anything. And when you do, that's usually when you run into a little bit of trouble in regards to the resistance that you add to your train. So, have you been listening to us for a while? You understand about law of attraction? Not law of distraction, law of attraction. The most powerful law in the universe, the law that says that which is likened to itself is drawn. Are you understanding that you have a point of attraction that is being answered continually? Do you know that as you've been sifting and sorting, you might not know this part. Do you know, as you've been sifting and sorting through life, you've been launching rockets of desire, and as you've been launching or projecting these intentions, these desires, these preferences, that you have formed a vibrational reality. If you've been with us for a while, you may have read the book. We wrote a whole book about this vibrational reality because we so wanted you to accept it as a reality, not yet the one you can see and hear and smell and taste and touch, but a reality that is valid. In fact, a reality that is so valid that your inner being, that non-physical part of you that was you before you came into this physical body, that remains you even though you are now in this physical body, that inner being part of you stands with all of this vibrational reality that you have created through the variety and contrast of life that you have lived. So now when you take this reality, this vibrational reality, and you couple that with the subject of law of attraction, so you imagine the law of attraction responding to the vibrational reality that you have created, which means everything you've ever asked for, law of attraction is gathering the cooperative components and bringing them right to that vibrational reality. Are you understanding how that is? So your vibrational reality, this vortex, this vibrational reality is becoming more and becoming more, and the momentum of it is becoming faster. It is gathering to itself. It is ready in itself, and it is being readied by your inner being who is there with it for you. It is readying itself, getting ready for you to be ready for it. Those are very important words. Your vortex is ready for you to be ready. Are you ready? Your lips say yes, but you know how you are ready for it? By the way you feel. If you are feeling elation, if you are feeling interested, if you are feeling love, if you are feeling passion, if you are feeling those positive emotions, especially those positive emotions that feel exceptionally high and happy and exhilarated, full of love and appreciation, if you have that feeling going on in any moment in time, then you are in that moment ready for your vortex, which means you're in the receptive mode, ready to receive, ready to translate what's in your vortex into the physical equivalent, ready to translate it into something or some things that can be seen and heard and smelled and tasted and touched by you and by others like you. In other words, what's in your vortex others can't see. Others don't know what's in your vortex. Only you know, and only you know by the way you feel. But once you get into this receptive mode, once you're in the vibrational frequency of who you really are, once you've sustained that long enough, then you begin to receive ideas. You begin to receive impulses. You begin to feel timing about things. You begin to find yourself in the right place at the right time. Things begin clicking. When it begins to happen, you feel like it is magical because there is so much help from the universe around you. So many cooperative components exposing themselves to you, showing themselves to you, demonstrating themselves to you, demonstrating their willingness to play with you as you are moving forward, as you are becoming the vibrational version, the physical aspect of the vibrational version. We've been calling that time in your life as the sweet spot, that feeling when you just have an idea and you know the rightness of it. Your feeling of compelling is so strong, nothing could keep you from moving forward in the direction of it.